All right, so you might notice I took some of my masks off. I was gonna rearrange my shelves, try to make room for another level. While I was at it, I was gonna go ahead and maybe showcase some of the masks that I have, some of the autographed items, things like that. So I've got them all on some tables over here. I guess we can start off. We got this Freddy Krueger glove signed by Mark Patton, who was Jesse in part 2 of Nightmare on Elm Street part 2. It's, I forgot, I don't remember the maker of this one. It just says Nightmare on Elm Street here. But he got it, he signed it, we met him earlier last month. And then we got Derek Mears on this one from the 09 Jason reboot. I think I got the mask off of eBay, fairly cheap, but it's pretty much the same ones he sells on his table. But got his signature there. Pretty cool guy. And then we got CJ Graham, who was Jason in part 6. It's a pretty nice, a little bit nicer mask, has the leather straps on it. But met him back in August, I think, of last year. And then we got the Halloween Trick or Treat Studios mask from the 78 Michael Myers. This one is not signed yet. Hopefully I can meet Nick Castle and get him to sign it, maybe John Carpenter. This is the Halloween 2 Trick or Treat Studios Michael Myers mask. This one they opted to have a little bit less white on the neck area. This one is not signed as well. I think that was Dick Warlock, maybe, that played that one. And then this one from a previous video I did. This is the Trick or Treat Studios Rob Zombie Halloween, and this one is signed by Tyler Main. We got to meet him back in December of last year, 2023. And then this one here is, of course, the 2018 Halloween. This one's not signed, so hopefully James Jude Courtney can come in and I can get him to sign this one. But that one's a pretty decent little replica of the mask. I know a lot of people take these masks and fix them up, repaint them, sell them for $100 more, $200 more, but I'm fine with the way they look. All right, so then this one, if anybody's seen 3 from Hell, the trilogy from Rob Zombie, this was the 3 from Hell, played by Clint Howard. It's Mr. Baggy Pants, I believe is what his name is, but we actually got to meet him. Got him to sign the top of it. This is probably the best mask I've seen that replicates the look. I mean, that just looks like Clint Howard right there with clown makeup on. And then next, I think this one I'd done a previous video on. This is the Trick or Treat Studios Texas Chainsaw Part 2 Leatherface mask, which we ended up meeting Bob Elmore. I don't know if you can see it, but he autographed it there, signed it. Pretty cool guy. I think I did a little more in the video of the mask itself earlier. And then we have another Jason mask here, which this one I did not meet this person in person, but it's Lar Park Lincoln from part 7 I think the mask came in one of my mystery boxes. If anybody watches the unboxings of those, that's where I got this one. It did have some kind of certificate showing that she was the main girl in part 7. So kind of a cool mask, a little bit cheap, you know, thing, but if they're mass producing them to get autographed and selling them in a $30 box, what do you expect? And then this one here, this is the Friday the 13th. Let's see, I believe this might have been maybe I think it's a Ruby's mask, but it came with a cheap plastic Jason mask, like hockey mask. I think I tossed it, or it's sitting somewhere in a closet, but the vinyl hood is actually pretty nice. I mean, the details on it. So on this one was played by Kane Hodder. Played it in 7, 8, 9, and 10. So hopefully if I meet him, I can get him to sign this one. But that's a pretty nice one. If anybody decides they want to buy, you know, this mask with I think the picture showed a different hockey mask, and when I got it in, it was really cheap. Toss that one, just get it for this. This is worth it. And then this one I don't believe was showcased before, but this is Andrew Benarski played Leatherface in the 2003-2006 reboot. So this one, I don't think it has a tag. It's not, it doesn't have the tag on it, but I believe it was a Trick or Treat Studios maybe, or something. He was actually selling some masks at his booth, and when I pulled out this one to have him sign, he said, "Wow, your mask is better than the ones I'm selling." But this one was a really nice Leatherface mask from Texas Chainsaw 2003 reboot. And then this one, if you watched the last video, you did see the Victor Crowley mask. It is a Trick or Treat Studios. They seem to be getting a lot better. I do want to eventually get the Bill Moseley, Otis Driftwood, and there's several other ones that they just, I don't know, I think they need to resculpt it, redo it. But I'll probably end up getting one to have Bill Moseley sign it next time I meet him. But there's the Victor Crowley mask from the last video, which is played by Kane Hodder from Jason 7, 8, 9, and 10, Friday the 13th. And then non-horror, we do have this one, which you may have seen up in the last videos, but this is the Darth Maul mask. It's the Ruby's version, so it's kind of the dorkier looking, but it was the one I could find when I went to meet Ray Park. He was also at a horror convention and got him to sign it there. I normally don't pay the extra for the COA because I don't plan on selling them. I do take pictures most of the time with the guests. With him, I did not take a picture with him because he wanted, I think, $60 or something, $40 more than the $80 that it cost me to get that autograph. So I did not take pictures with him. And then we also have, this is not a mask, but it's a Gizmo from Gremlins. It was voiced by Mark Dodson. So he signed it here on the box, and then he also signed the ear of Gizmo, which was pretty cool. I just paid the one price, I forgot, $60 maybe, and he was able to sign these two, and we got pictures with him. But yeah, figured I'd do a little video since I was rearranging the shelves, and I did have a comment in my last video, one of the last videos, just saying, hey, maybe you should do some video showcasing your mask. So figured I'd go ahead and do it. And then I don't know if you can see this right here. This is actually a Texas Chainsaw Massacre hat that I got signed by Bill Moseley. He was in part 2. And there's a few other posters of people that I've met, stuff right there. But yeah, I did notice there's about over 200 people that are viewing these videos. I normally don't ask to like and subscribe or anything like that, but I mean, we could double this channel. I'm at like 102 around there, as of making this video. So if you like the videos, if you want to see more, I do plan on going to more horror conventions, buying more masks, doing some unveilings of them. I mean, there's tons of people that do more detailed, cleaner, environment to do their videos and, stuff like that. So yeah, go watch them. But if you enjoy seeing the stuff that I do, hit the subscribe button. And I don't post very many videos. I'm not gonna be ringing up your phone or your YouTube. So it would help me out a little